my name is Chloe. I'm from southern Louisiana. I was first diagnosed with alopecia when I was in 7th grade, which was around 16 years ago. It's been quite the wild ride since then. I first noticed my alopecia when it was about the size of a quarter, maybe this big, on the side of my scalp. I was living with my grandmother. She raised me, and I showed it to her. And as many southern grandmothers and southern mamas, she was like, "You're just wearing your ponytails too tight, you need to loosen them." So as my spot grew, I didn't want to tell her, so I just covered it up every day with a bun until it got to be about this big on the crown of my scalp. And when she saw it months later, we made the trip to the dermatologist, did a biopsy, and got the actual diagnosis of alopecia. The next few years were a struggle. I did everything I could to hide it. I had that initial feeling of shame. When you lose your hair, it feels like you lose your identity. You don't, but growing up, especially in the South, you're expected to have long, beautiful hair. It's the Southern Belle look, and I just didn't feel like I belonged. I didn't feel like anyone could relate to me, and I didn't feel beautiful. So fast forward to my junior year of high school, I was recruited to be in a pageant, and I told the person that recruited me, "I really appreciate you thinking of me and wanting me, but I am missing," at this point, I think I was missing about 40% of my hair. And I sent her pictures. At this time, I had my spot on the top, and it had spread to the sides. So I had this spot up here and on both sides, and a small spot in the back. And she said, "Don't worry, we can cover that. I have a woman that can help you. Here's where you need to go." So I had very low hopes because in my mind, I'm like, how can you cover this? I've tried clip-in extensions. I don't have enough hair. I can't cover up the wefts and the clips. And when I went to this lady, she was able to glue the extensions to my scalp, which technically you're not supposed to do. It's not good for your scalp, but when you are just desperate and you just want to feel a sense, any sense of beauty, when you are going through something like this, you don't care. And I did not care. I said, "Glue them things on, I want them." And when she did, and she spun me around, it was actually my birthday, and I just burst into tears because it was the first time I had seen myself with my hair at this point in years. And so I remember going home, I had dried all my tears, and I was good to go until I saw my grandmother, and she said, "How do you feel?" And I just burst into tears again. I said, "I feel pretty." And she was crying, and I was crying, and it was just a very emotional moment for us. After I have been dealing with this condition now for, as I said, around 16 years, I've come to terms with the condition. I am able to talk about it. I'm able to help other women. I've accepted it. I feel beautiful with and without my hair. I want everyone to know you do not need hair to feel beautiful, but I understand when you first lose it, that initial just sinking feeling, but it goes away. You start to notice other things about yourself that make you feel beautiful. During COVID, I had a spot come up right in the front of my scalp, and at that point I said, I'm going to shave it. I'm not going to continue going to sleep worrying about how much hair I'm going to wake up with. I'm not going to keep showering and coming out and brushing out just clumps of hair. I'm going to control this situation. And that's what I did. I shaved my head. I opened up about it online because I couldn't stop thinking about all of my feelings and how I had no one to talk to. So I said, I want to be that person for other people that are dealing with alopecia. I want them to see that it's okay, it's normal. We are all beautiful in all of our different ways, and I've now created a platform where I can talk about it. People can message me, I can help them along their hair loss journey, their wig journey, any way to make them feel good about themselves. So I predominantly use synthetic wigs. I have just found them to be the more affordable option, and there is a huge difference between synthetics and human hair. Synthetics have come a long way, but for the most part they only last maybe 3 to 6 months, as synthetic hair is not human. It does get stretched out, it does get frayed, it does get frizzy, and having a human hair wig now is so different because it's so soft, and I can curl it, I can straighten it, I can wash it, I can do blowouts with this hair. There's just so much that I can do to change it and customize it exactly how I want it. This hair, for example, was custom colored to be exactly how I wanted it, which you cannot do with synthetics. You cannot alter the color in any way. So it's an amazing experience to feel like I have my own hair, that I can do what I want with it. So I was reached out to by the Lauren Ashtyn Collection by her husband Chris, and I had a meeting with them a few days later. We scheduled it to talk about alopecia and my story, and they actually invited me up here to come see the salon and see the wigs firsthand. And it's been an amazing experience. I was not expecting to be gifted my own wig, so it was definitely a very emotional time for me. And I'm just extremely thankful to have been given this opportunity to come up. Everyone that works in the salon is extremely kind, extremely outgoing. I've had some beautiful conversations with some of the people here, and I'm very excited to be a part of a beautiful community.
All right, spin her around.
Oh my gosh! It is beautiful.
That looks so good on you.
I love the color. I love it.
So to anyone struggling with alopecia or any type of hair loss, don't be afraid to explore your options. There are so many options for us now, such as toppers. For those that do still have their bio hair, but they feel like it's a little thin and they're unhappy with it, you just clip them right to the top and they blend into your natural hair. And then for those of us like me that don't have any hair, you have wigs, you have different density options, which just means that you can get them thinned out, you can get them a little thicker if your bio hair was thicker before you lost it and you want to feel more like you. You need to do what's best for you. And if you are uncomfortable about wigs or you don't know anything, there's so many videos out there of people breaking them down. I talk about them on my page. There's many other influencers that do the same. And I know that human hair can be expensive. You do have the option to start with synthetic, see how you like it, see what colors you like, links, and then work your way up to human hair. I know they are more expensive, but they last longer. You can customize them, curl them, straighten them, wash them, which you can't do with your synthetics. Some you can straighten and curl, but you'll notice that the integrity of it just changes because of the type of hair that they use to do it. It's not actual human hair. So do what's best for you, start where you need to start, and just work your way to whatever makes you feel confident. And if you don't want to wear wigs, please do not feel like you have to. It's so important to stay true to yourself and do what makes you feel good about you. So this is my customized wig, and then this is me without it. I personally use these wig bands to secure them. They're not necessary, but I will not put one on without it. And this is my custom wig. This is her cap construction. You can see that she has all of this free parting space here. A band here that can go around the nape of your neck. These are removable, so you can take them out if they're not comfortable for you. And then at the bottom, around the nape of the neck, you have these clasps, so you can loosen it or tighten it as you see fit. If you do have your bio hair, there are these clips that you can use to clamp them in, just make them feel more secure. If you don't have your bio hair, you can take these out. You would just need to clip where they're secured right here. And that's it.